Okay, let's do problem 7. Here they say a firefighter places a 25-foot ladder against the building. The base of the ladder is 5 root 13 feet from the wall. How high up the wall does the ladder reach? Leave your answer in simplified radical form. Okay, so let's draw a diagram here. So we have our wall, and we have our ladder, kind of like this. We know the ladder is 25 feet, so I'm going to label the hypotenuse of this right triangle 25. Whenever we're drawing a diagram like this, and it's a building or it's some situation where you can reasonably infer that something is straight up and down like the wall and straight left and right like the ground in this case, we can then draw the right angle there. And we know the base of the ladder is 5 root 13 feet from the wall, so we can say 5 root 13. Okay, how high up the wall does the ladder reach? So they're really asking us for this side length here. We have a right triangle, so that makes us think Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Here's where we have to be really careful to plug in the right numbers for the right variable. Now, what I mean by that is we have to make sure that we plug in 25 for c because that's the hypotenuse. That's right across, that's the side across from the right angle. And so we're going to say 25 squared. Now 5 root 13, that can be either a or b. Let's just make it a for this problem. So 5 root 13 squared plus b squared. Okay, now let's solve for b. So 5 root 13 squared, we distribute this exponent of 2 to both the 5 and the root 13. 5 squared is 25. Root 13 squared is just 13. Plus b squared equals 25 squared. Okay, now 25 times 13 is going to give us 325 plus b squared equals 625. This is really a calculator okay problem. 625 minus 325 gives us 300, so b squared equals 300. Now we can take the square root of both sides to solve for b. We can say that b equals plus or minus the square root of 300. Since this is a geometry problem with a real life distance, we can ignore that negative, so we can just say b equals root 300. Okay, and they said leave your answer in simplified radical form. So we gotta reduce our radical of root 300. When we're reducing the radicals, we gotta think of our perfect square numbers like 4, 16, 9 should really be in the middle there, 4, 9, 16, 25, and so on. The one that sticks out to me here would be 10 squared equals 100, because we can divide 300 by 100 easily. And so we can say square root of 300 is the same as 3 times 100, the square root of 3 times 100. We can take that 100, bring it outside the radical, take the square root of it, and bring it outside to be a 10, and then that 3 stays inside, so 10 root 3. And we should say feet for our word problem here.